Very sunny out here in Texas today. Or should I say, every day? Anyway, as you can see, it's quite visible even during the day. Now, it's not being hit by direct sunlight, but nevertheless, the bounced sunlight during the day is still pretty significant. Okay, so starting basically the auto Keystone, when doing it from an angle, I'm standing at this wall, you can see that it's off to the left, to the side. So it's projecting at an angle of about, let's just say 35 degrees. It's never done a perfect job with Keystone, but focusing, it does a pretty good job. And this button also does the focus, so you don't really have to come into the settings here. If you see all the test videos, the Keystone and everything, it's always done from a pretty central or a straight throw path. So if that's what you're gonna do, that's fine. But I just want to demonstrate that projected from the side. Aha, there we go. See, now it's going to do it. Auto Keystone, auto focusing. And I can already see that the Keystone, so this is why I do not use auto Keystone from this angle. It overcorrected and caused the projection to be rotated too far clockwise on the x-axis. You can also shrink the projection size, but I think it's fine the way it is right here. But another interesting thing is this screen actually looks more clear. It has more clarity when it's a bit further. We used to project where the old projector is from like right there, but not only was it less sharp, well, low sharpness might have been because you're projecting from a low angle pointing up at about 45 degrees. Then having to adjust the Keystone for that to compensate caused a lot of blurred edges much more. So like what the top area of the screen would be focused and the bottom would be blurred out, or vice versa, depending on how you focus it. It would never be quite perfect. So the best way to get clarity of the image, I'm sure it's like this for other lower priced projectors like this, to be projected from mostly level projection so that it doesn't have to compensate so much. Another thing is, so these settings, like the brightness, contrast, these will vary depending on the device you connect as well. For example, if I cast to my iPhone, changing those settings does nothing. It just has a set exposure, but it's at a very good setting. It projects very clean, even image from the iPhone cast. So I think screencasting from mobile devices, you might not have to mess with the picture settings, which is a good thing. But from something like a laptop or a PC that I've tried, like the picture mode, which you can access by hitting this button one time, and that menu right here shows up, and then you just hit picture mode, go to custom, and then just, I think the default is 50-50. 70-70 I found is a pretty good spot. If you go higher with the contrast, for example, to like 100, you will get like a very bright image, but the trade-off is you lose dynamic range in the highs. So it starts clipping. That just means it kind of looks like when the sun shines on something like metallic, it's shiny and that you can't really see the metal itself anymore, if that makes sense. There is a trade-off to increasing the brightness too much. Just keep that in mind. If you do something like a screencast. Okay, so just turned on the laptop, started the connection. Takes a while. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it takes its time. Other times you have to, it doesn't work, and then you'll have to go to your Wi-Fi setting, like go to your settings, turn the Wi-Fi off on the projector in the menu, then turn it back on, and then do the handshake again, and then it'll work. You know, this actually might be one of those times that it's not working. Wi-Fi off, turn it back on. Make sure you wait till you see the icon. Any second now. Okay, sometimes you have to go into here so it scans it. Boom. Okay, let me just reconnect. Okay. There we go, successful. There we go, nice image. You can see everything, and the upper mid to highs of the image are always very visible, but lower areas tend to kind of get mushy. You lose a little bit of detail. Overall, ending up in a more contrasty slash darker looking image. But I think for consuming media, this is perfectly fine. And also the fact that we're not projecting onto like a projector screen, it's just not gonna receive the light as nicely. And like I was saying earlier, if you look at the picture setting, if I were to lower the contrast, you'll notice it lowers the brightness of the image, as you can see. Right, so if I raise the contrast, you can see it's getting brighter. And as you can see, YouTube, can just go in as a guest for now. Here's my video, this should have no ads, so. Yeah, works well. That was fast. This is a 4K video. I don't know if it's loading it at 1080. Yeah, it's at 1080. But you know, you saw how fast that was. It's as you would want it to be, I'd expect. So yeah, I mean, the Wi-Fi capabilities is impressive. I haven't tested Bluetooth, and I'm not going to because I'm not really interested in that, but I'm sure it works just fine. There's not many in-depth reviews about, you know, what it's actually like to use this thing, but I just thought it's a good projector, you know? I just want people to also be able to help make their decision, help you guys make a decision, or help anyone that's looking to for this projector for a decision. Yeah, hopefully you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it looks great. Very happy with it. And yeah, thanks for watching.